My name is David Chia, and I'm in the class of 2017. I think I was like a really incendiary child. I would used to burn everything and cut everything when I was a kid. I think I was detained by my mom a few times for cutting the hairdryer because I love watching sparks fly. I think I just love fireworks and I just love seeing something explode. I was detained from school like 6 times. I remember this story so vividly. It was back in high school. I was in a Malaysian public school. In the rule book, something about not touching girls' hair when you're a guy. I was just helping my friend pull out her gray hair. And one Theo just walks by and she is like one of those disciplinary teachers that everyone in school just feared. And she came into the classroom and just like pulled my ears. So I just said to her like, don't touch me, you are not allowed to touch me. She just felt her ego kind of compromised. I think she was looking at me, her eyes, I remember her eyes were just glaring. You need to come with me to the disciplinary room. And I said, no, I'm not going with you because I don't think I've done anything wrong. I burned my school like report book thing because we had a metal cabinet with all our like demerit points because our school gives us demerit points for any kind of like disciplinary action that was taken against us. I had too many demerit points that if I had more I would have been expelled. So I burned the entire cabinet and the school doesn't know. And the other part of me I think that people don't see here is I used to play Dota a lot. I used to be like an avid like gamer. I used to go to like internet cafes close to my house till like 4 a.m., 3 a.m. with a group of like the art stream friends back in my high school and just game with them. My Dota handle is my Japanese like name. I actually was looking for a surname and I just googled David in Japanese and it's Davido. I think when I first came to Singapore, I actually didn't really like Singapore. I thought it was a bit too orderly, a bit too sterile. Now that I go back every year to Malaysia, I think I have a strange relationship with Malaysia. I've come to appreciate the sense of efficiency and orderliness that I think Singapore has kind of taught me to appreciate more. In some ways, when I go back to Malaysia now, my friends just call me Singapore. I mean, they don't even think I'm Singaporean anymore. They just call me Singapore. Oh look, Singapore is here. My relationship to art started when I think very much my parents got divorced and I really hated my mom for it. So then I left home. I left home at the age of like 13 to 15. I remember one moment during Mother's Day where I just sent her a card that didn't say Happy Mother's Day, but fuck you, Mom. Like, it was brutal. I came out to my mom actually at the age of 12 out of spite. I just, you know, in some ways I wanted her to disown me, but she didn't disown me. She accepted me instead, so the reverse happened. But it was not until I think my high school classmates found out about me where I think I felt really unaccepted. And so then I found that in doing my first theater performance, I find the arts community very accepting. In that community that I kind of find my therapy or my passion, just kind of being on stage. You're able to cry and able to express yourself in so many ways and people will still think you're not you. And kind of being able to hide behind the anonymity of a character I think was something that I found most freeing. And I think 50 years from now, I'll probably be surrounded by nature, preferably with pets, animals. I like Walt Disney. I think he's one of the people I admire. And I think he's kind of created a world where people can kind of imagine in. I see myself 50 years down the line to create these spaces for people to imagine in. But of course, you know, I might look back at this video 50 years later and like, oh my god, that naive kid. But it's good to dream, I guess.